Is this ever an awesome fight, man? I cannot wait. My next guest is Geoff Neal. He's going to be taking on Vicente Luque, UFC Fight Night, August 6th, right around the corner. Geoff, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Just got done training. Ate a little bit of food, relaxing right now.
Good. So you're well fed, you're rested. It's happy. Glad that you made all the preparations for the interview, man. It's good to see. We have not seen you in a while, man. December was your last fight. Was this by design, or were you hoping to get in there a little bit sooner?
I wanted to get in there a little bit sooner. Initially I was trying to get in around May, and then I also wanted to get on this card. The real goal was to get on this card on July 30th this weekend, yeah. But shit didn't happen, so I'm fighting the weekend after. But it is what it is. I want to get at least one more fight by the end of the year.
For sure. I know also we've talked about this. I know your health, over the years, you've had all those issues and stuff. Was it also important to just, take some extra time off, not rush back into a fight and kind of make sure everything's good to go?
Yeah. Thinking about it like that, yeah, you're actually right. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, it probably was a wise decision not to have a fight for a while and just reassess my health and see what's really going on. But everything's good, as far as health, and I feel better than ever. Really feel like I'm hitting my prime right now.
And we sort of talked about this last time, but I know you don't post a lot on social media. You're kind of under the radar. Is that by design as well, just to focus on fighting and leave all that other noise out of the equation?
Yeah, even if I wasn't fighting, I probably wouldn't even have social media, honestly. I just get tired of social media. It's annoying. It's just too toxic for me. Like I get mad real quick, you know what I mean? So all the shit that's going on the internet just pisses me off. So I just stay away from that.
You must have been excited when you heard you were fighting Vicente Luque. I mentioned it off the top. This has got fireworks, fight of the night, all that written all over it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm super excited about it. Like, as far as like me and Luque, like we have a lot of mutual opponents. You know what I mean? Yeah. We fight a lot of the same people. You know what I mean? So I've watched him fight a lot. You know what I mean? He's probably watched me fight a lot too. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times I'm preparing for somebody, and Vicente Luque has fought him, so I'm watching him and studying him. I'm like, okay, how is Vicente hitting him? And like, you know what I mean? So I know him pretty well. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've fought him before. You know what I mean? And it's been a long time coming. I always knew this fight was going to happen eventually, and now here we are.
Yeah, super excited for it. Is it just a striker versus striker? Like, how are you looking at this fight? Maybe I'm missing something here, but like I said, you guys are going to most likely stand and trade in this fight.
Yeah, like 100%. Unless something happens, but that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean? There's going to be no. If it goes to the ground, it goes to the ground. But it's not on my mind.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Kind of on that note, though, we did see a way to defeat him in the last fight with Belal Muhammad, where Muhammad just out-wrestled him. Any part of you look at that and say, hey, this might be something in my back pocket if I really want to, put a definite explanation point on this fight, because it seems like that's a weakness of his, is the takedown defense.
I'm not a wrestler, you know what I mean? So I don't know how good Bilal's wrestling is compared to mine, so I'm not going to go in there thinking that that's a surefire way for me to win, you know what I mean? I can wrestle, and like if I have to, I'll pull it out. But that's not in my mind right now. You know what I mean? I want to, give this fan something exciting to see.
Yeah. No, I agree. What did you think of that fight? Because I think going in, people thought Luque was going to win. What were you thinking initially heading into the matchup?
I had a feeling that Belal was going to grind it out. You know what I mean? It could have went either way. You know what I mean? If Luque would have jumped on him early, but Belal had a good game plan on. Most wrestlers, they go forward and they attack. Belal did like the opposite, and he's just kind of skated around the outside and found his entries whenever he felt like he could get his entries, and that was actually pretty smart on his part.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Training camp, obviously one of the best in the world, Fortis MMA. Who've been some of the main guys you've been working with this camp?
The usual, you know what I mean? The usual crew, Ramez, and I got a new training partner, Julius Holmes. He's training with me now, Zumar Archer. Yeah, the usual gang.
Those guys up and comers, or those names you just mentioned there? Yeah.
Okay. Zumar and Julius, and then I also Alex Morono. He's been a big part of my training camp too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about him because he's obviously fighting this Saturday, a big fight against Matt Semmelsberger. So
yeah, man. And we've been going at it the past couple of weeks, and he's ready to fucking go.
Yeah, love it, man. So really good camp there. Weight cut, I imagine all that's A-okay. Do you do the prep meals? How do you do your weight cut these days?
I get Icon meals now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
free food. I love free food.
That's good. Do you like the meals? Do they taste good? You can tell me. It's okay.
They're all right. They taste good at first, but you know what I mean. After
Once you're
a while,
eating the same thing, yeah, it's kind of monotonous a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, but they're still good meals. You know what I mean. But it's just like I'm tired of the same shit. I'm ready to eat have some variety in my food choices. You know.
What do you miss the most? What do you wish you could have that you can't have right now?
Oh, fucking a steak.
You can't eat steak, really? I guess because it's kind of meaty, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't vibe well with my body. You know what I mean? Like it takes so long for the steak to digest, yada yada yada. But yeah, I want a 20-ounce ribeye or a fucking New York strip. You know, but after the fight, I'll get one
for sure. Would you go to Moxie's for that, or would you go elsewhere?
I'm not going to Moxie's because the steaks over there are like $50. So I'm not doing that.
And you're not working anymore, right? I always got to ask that. Are you doing any work on the side or no?
Yeah, no, I do. I've been at Moxie's off and on the side, just to stay busy. You know what I mean? And I actually like working. You know, it's fun. Yeah. It's just a break away from, like, you know what I mean, the constant grind of fighting and training and all that, and keeps me grounded. And I don't talk to people much, so it forces me to get in like social situations. So that helps too.
Yeah, and I always have to clarify this every interview. You're choosing to work there. You enjoy the work. It's nice to break things up. Geoff Neal does not need to do this because he's underpaid. I always have to point that out because I remember that one interview we had. There was a whole article on it. People were like, oh, like he needs to work or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So just clearing that up. That's good. And plus, you know, Moxie's is nice. Like we have them. I think it's a Canadian chain, is it not? Did we discuss this already? Because they have them in Canada.
Yeah, it's Canadian chain.
Yeah, it's good. So you're supporting, local Canadian businesses. It's good here. So you're cool in my books. Your corner, Saif Sayud. Who else will be in the cage with you that night?
Ramiz and my coach, Krukasib.
Cool. Love it, man.
The usual gang. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, no, for sure. Got to ask anyways. Maybe there's a couple wild cards. You never know. Something might switch up there. How's this fight playing out on August 6th? How do you envision it going down?
I envision it this same way, and this fight is perfect for it. You know what I mean? It's either going to be like first or second round knockout, or it's going to be a 3-round war. Like there's literally no other way around it. You know what I mean? It's either going to be quick or it's going to be bloody, whichever one you want.
There's a lot of stuff going on in your division right now. We've got that Khamzat Chimaev and Nate Diaz fight. Just your reaction to that fight getting booked, with Diaz's last fight on his contract.
I was surprised by it. I didn't that kid. He should have been fighting Dustin in my opinion, but is what it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Hope he does well. Chimaev, he's a bigger dude. He's way bigger than Diaz. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
Do you see Chimaev winning though? I think even stylistically it does favor him. I think he's like a -1600 favorite just because he can take guys down like we saw in the Li Jingliang fight.
Yeah, he's just so big and so strong. So like I don't know where if Nate can stop his takedowns. I doubt that. And what happens when Chimaev takes him down? Is Nate going to throw up a submission off his back? I don't know. You know, so we'll see about that. But I know for sure that, like, if Chimaev gets his hands on Nate, like he's taking him down. That's for sure going to happen. Yeah.
So you'd favor Chimaev in that fight, I guess?
Yeah, for sure.
What about obviously the title fight in your weight class, August 28th, Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards, the rematch? Who do you favor in that fight?
Usman, honestly, I'm glad that Leon is finally getting his shot. For sure, he's been campaigning for it, and he's been doing what he got to do. And honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Leon lately to really make a judgment on his skills right now.
Yeah,
but I know Usman. He's starting to. I thought he peaked, but he's now getting better. You know what I mean? So I have him winning that fight.
I know you signed a new contract a couple fights ago. Is this the last one, or do you have a couple more fights on your deal?
This is the last one on this contract.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what's going on the business aspect side of it. You know what I mean? My coach is working on that, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a new contract. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna.
Yeah, you leave it up to him. Your job's to fight. But saying that, I mean, it makes the stakes even higher. Luque is obviously a really good opponent, really big name in the weight class. You beat him. I mean, I can only imagine going to the negotiating table. You got a lot of leverage there.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's I'm pulling for the finish. You know what I mean? Like, I really need to finish. Like, my last couple fights have been kind of like lackluster. You know what I mean? And need to come back and prove my worth to the UFC brass so I can get paid more money.
And I imagine too, and we've talked about this, we sort of talked about it off the top, like I know your health really did play a role in a lot of those fights, like the Thompson, and I know even against Ponzinibbio, I know you were saying you maybe weren't fully recovered, or no, it was Magny, sorry, not Ponzinibbio. But do you feel like now that that's all kind of behind you? Because you almost died. I think people forget that.
Yeah, I know, right? I almost died.
Well, not to sound too dramatic, but it was true, right? Like I know it was very serious. If you hadn't gone to the hospital in time, things could have taken a turn for the worse, right?
Literally, yeah, they almost died, and then they say, "Hey, fight Wonder Boy." 3 months later, I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. To be determined. Like, I really don't feel like it's this physically. Maybe not, but like mentally, it probably did play a part in like why I wouldn't pull the trigger, why I didn't go as hard as I should have, because maybe like you know what I mean, the things in my mind that like I had congestive heart failure, thinking that my heart's going to stop, you know what I mean, not keeping my heart rate down, yada yada yada. But nah, I think all that shit's behind me, and I'm gonna prove it next week.
Have you worked with anyone on that? Maybe the mental side of things, like a sports coach or anything, to kind of get you back in the zone? Because if you look at, like, for example, you know, your win over Bilal Muhammad, I mean, that was a great win back then, and that was sort of the, you know, the Geoff Neal that we're sort of used to seeing and competing at a really high level, you know?
Yeah, I mean, my coach is like a fucking mental coach. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
true. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on Safe's bad side or anything. That guy's like a general in a good way, right? He gets the best out of you.
Yeah, he does, and he says a lot of things. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I really feel like I'm over all that stuff behind, like in my past. You know what I mean? It was just something I had to get over, and you know what I mean. I started seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I see nothing but good things in my future right now.
I would agree. I imagine you want to get one more in. I know you got to figure out the contract, but still, that would probably be ideal, getting one more fight in this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it. And most important question in this interview: what video games you playing right now? You tell me you're gaming a little bit during camp.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm right now. I'm just I ain't playing nothing online right now. I'm just I got a PS5, so I've been playing that. I've been playing this game called Horizon for Forbidden West, and then Ghost of Tsushima, and I think that's it that I'm playing right now.
That's good though. How's life been though? Like you mentioned it there, you won't even play online with people. You're kind of, it seems like you're detached from the internet, for other than I'm sure the odd news thing. But what's that like? Probably way less stressful, not having to worry about anyone's opinion on anything, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I do want to play online with people, but all my friends don't play Warzone no more. They want to play Apex, and I can't stand that game.
So the truth comes out. That's the real reason. Is like, hey, we need to find the right game.
I'm always like, the internet has nothing to do with me gaming. You know what I mean? Because I'm gaming with friends. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Keep your circle small there. Geoff, thanks so much for doing this. I can't wait for this fight. UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 59, I think is what they're calling it, August 6th. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, no sponsors right now, but you just can't wait, man. I appreciate the interview. Thank you, bro.